Okay, good morning, one and all present here. Here we starting our third unit, that is shear force and bending moment diagram. Before we start for the shear force and bending moment diagram distribution, here are the basic concepts which are used in this unit. Okay, so first one is the breath. Okay, so we have to see in a shear force and bending moment diagram, there are the types of beam. First one is the simply supported, second is the overhang, third is a cantilever, and fourth one is a continuous beam. So as we know, a beam is a structural element that primarily resists load applied literally on the beam axis. Okay, so its a mode of deflection is primary by bending. So loads is applied to the beam, resulting the reaction forces. Okay. So we can call it as a beam support points. So the total effect of all the forces acting on the beam is produce shear forces and bending moment. So we have to see what is the shear forces and bending moments on the beam, and we have to put it on the diagrams, that is shear force bending moment diagram and bending moment diagram. Okay. So here are the some types of the beam. You can see on a screen the types of the beam according to end supports. Okay, first we have to see simply supported beam. So as shown in the figure, the simply supported beam means the support at both ends. One end of beam is supported by hinge support and other one by roller support. So you can see in a figure simply supported beam. Next one is a continuous beam. So simply supported beam, except more than two supports are used on it. Okay, you can see this R1, R2, R3, R4 are the supports. That is more than two supports. Okay. Now next is the overhanging beam. The overhanging beam is combination of simply supported beam and cantilever beam. One or both of end overhang of this beam. This beam is supported by roller support between two ends. You can see in a figure. Okay. And the overhanging portion is there and simply supported portion is there. Okay. Now next is the cantilever beam. You can see one end fixed and other end is free. So cantilever beam is a structure member of which one end is fixed and other is free. So we have to see now. Okay, so we seen this is types of the beam, that is simply supported beam, overhang beam, continuous and cantilever. Okay, so simply supported is having support at the both ends. Then overhang is extended beyond the support. Cantilever one end free, one end fixed and one end free. And fourth one is a continuous beam. That is a more than two supports are there. That is continuous beam. Now we have to see second portion, that is type of support. On the blackboard, you have to see these three types of support. That is, first one is the roller support. So roller support is here. You can see in the diagram, the roller support has only one reaction and which is always normal to the contact surface. Means there is a one reaction and that is arm. Okay. Now second is hinge support. Hinge support has restriction to movement in a xy direction. Therefore, two reactions are there. That is in a x direction Rx and in a y direction Ry. So hinge support is having two reactions. Okay, that is Rx and Ri. And last is the fixed support. Fixed support is the reaction to move in a x and y direction as well as rotation about that point, and it has a three reactions, that is vertical, horizontal and moment. Okay, at the fixed end there are three supports. The first roller support having only one reaction, hinge support that is having 2 reactions, and fixed support that is having 3 reactions. Okay, we have to remember this for the next numericals. Types of beams are 4 and types of supports are 3. Now we have to see types of loading. Okay, these are the 3 types of loading. First one is a concentrated or a point load. You can see in a figure that is a load which is acted at a point is called as a point load or a concentrated load. Second is the usual, that is uniformly distribution of load, and a load which is uniformly spread over the beam is called as a UDL. So this is the load for unit length, and length is the capital L. That is a UDL. You can find out the convert it in a point load, that is a intensity of load, and that is W and L. Okay, UDL will be converted in a point load, and that is W into L, that is the intensity of load into the length. You will get the equivalent point load of that UDL. So it is act on the seizure of loading, that is L by 2. Now, uniformly varying load, it is the intensity of loading increase or decrease at a constant rate. It is called as a uniformly varying load. So you can see here is from point A to point B, from point A to point B, it is a varying, that is from decreasing to increasing point load. Okay, sorry, uniformly varying load, and up to a span capital L, that is the length of the span. You can convert it in a point load, that is intensity of load into the length. Okay, so it will be from point here A 0 and up to point B, that is W, divided by 2 average into the length. You can convert it in a point load, and the act of loading, that is CG, on a 2L by 3 or L by 3. Okay, and this is on L by 2. So this is the types of loading. As we see, types of beam, then types of support, and third one is the types of loading, that is concentrated means point load, second is the UDL, and third one is the uniformly varying load. Okay. Okay, and the next point is that is a sign convention. That is sign convention for the shear force and bending moment. You can see in a figure sign conventions for the shear force, that is positive and negative, and bending moment sign convention, that is negative moment and positive moment. Okay, so in a previous unit, in a shear force and bending moment stress distribution, we seen bending moment and shear force sign convention. So as we know, sagging. The sagging means clockwise movement. Okay, so sagging, here you can see in a diagram, that is a shear force, positive shear, left section and right section, and negative for the left and right sections arrow convention. From these, the clockwise movement on the left of the section or anti-clockwise movement on the right of the section is considered as a positive bending moment, or you can call it as a sagging bending moments. Means upward force on either side of a section of beam tends to bend the beam so that it produces convexity above the center line is called as a sagging bending moment. Okay, and next is negative, that is a hogging bending moment. Means from the figure you can see, means when the anti-clockwise movement on the left of the section or a clockwise movement on the right of the section is considered as a negative bending moment, and or it also called as a hogging bending moment. So downwards force on either side of a section of beam tends to bend so that it produces concavity above the center line. It is called as a hogging bending moment from this. So you can remember this like this one. Sign convention bending moment diagram means sagging bending moment is positive and hugging bending moment is negative. Means sagging is happy, means this is a tree that is happy, and hugging is sad, means negative. Okay, so from this you can remember the sign conventions for the bending moment and shear force calculations. Okay. Okay, and the next point, that is the point of contraflexure or point of inflection. So, point of contraflexure or point of inflection means what? It is the point at which bending moment change its sign from positive to negative or a negative to positive is called point of contraflexure. And it is a point where the beam tends to bend in an opposite direction, and it is the point at which curvature of a beam changes. Means the point at which bending moment diagram change its sign, it is called as a point of contraflexure or point of inflection. Generally bending moment at this point is equal to 0, and it is definitely occur in case of overhang beam within support. So point of contraflexure is calculated by equating expressions of bending moment and from taking the sections. Okay, here is the one example I have to show you. Here you can see in a diagram. Okay, you can see that is a positive, and in previous that is a negative. Okay, so that point is called as a point of contraflexure. Okay, from a blackboard you can see there are 5 types of loadings, and here are the SLT and DMD of respective loadings are there. So first one is, if no load between the two sections, shear force diagram will be the horizontal line and bending moment diagram will be the inclined line. Okay, I will show you the PDF on a group. So next one is the UDL between two sections. The shear force will be the inclined line, and the bending moment diagram will be the parabolic curve. Now third one, that is the UVL. So for the UVL, that is uniformly varying load, SFD will be the parabolic curve and bending moment diagram will be the cubic curve. Fourth one is the point load. At a point, the SFD will be the rise or a drop at the point, and the bending moment will be the nothing. And fifth one is a couple at a point. Couple is nothing but the force into the distance, and shear force diagram will be the nothing, and bending moment diagram will be the rise or drop of the that section. So you have to remember these 5 types of loading and 5 SFT PMD of that sections. Okay. So in the next lecture, we have to see numericals on the simply supported overhang beam, cantilever beam, beam with the internal hinges, and the loading diagram of this SFD BMD. Oh, okay.